Hey, this is Brindlewolf.
And I'm Lunaria.
You're listening to Rise Awakenings, part of the Rise Radio Network where advice meets action.
We're here to spark your growth, lift your spirit, and help you crush your potential.
Rise awakening, hear the call, through the static, we break the wall. Your station, your voice, where dreams awaken in time. Rise awakening, now is the time.
Rise Awakenings, let's rise together.
I tiptoe through the quiet night. Every shadow's got teeth, they bite. My mind's a siren, a red hot flare. Safe nowhere, safe nowhere. It's not the fist, it's not the shout, it's the echo that won't burn out. It's the only way. Why you're to run or to make them pay. The world's a jungle, my heart's the prey. Fight or flight every single day. Eyes like cameras, always scan, mapping exits, escape plan. A stranger's smile, a hidden snare. Safe nowhere, safe nowhere. It's not the touch, it's not the scream, it's the weight of every dream. Fight or flight, it's the only way. Why you're to run or to make them pay. The world's a jungle, my heart's the prey. Fight or flight every single day. Fight or flight, it's the only way. Why you're to run or to make them pay. The world's a jungle, my heart's the prey. Fight or flight every single
It's Brindlewolf and Diane, so listen up if you can. Yeah, journey with them today as they help you find your way. Oh, mental wellness is the topic of the hour. Mental health and the power to tap into our alignments will lead to our refinements. Phoenix Talk, a show like you've never seen. Phoenix Talks, awareness that has never been. Phoenix Talks with Brindlewolf and Diane. Phoenix Talks, so tune in if you can.
Welcome everyone to Phoenix Talks with Brindlewolf and Reverend Diane.
In the flesh!
Yes! We have not been able to do a show in the same room since 23.
I know. When I first walked in, I'm like, oh my God, you're like three-dimensional.
Right? and for the first hour, it was like I had to retrain my brain so that it wasn't putting her on a phone screen because I'm like, wait, what?
And I'm absolutely loving the studio because I feel like I'm behind the curtain with the Wizard of Oz. Like I went behind the Wizard of Oz's curtain and I'm seeing all the magical buttons.
And she gets to see what I get to do while she's just kind of sitting there going
Right.
and dancing to the music and just waiting.
That's it. I just show up and I'm like bebopping behind the scenes to the awesome music we got going on.
But welcome into Phoenix Talks. Our episode tonight is going to be talking about a topic called Safe Nowhere.
Yeah.
And it was given to us by Miss Hathery, and I'm knocking things over in the studio here because I'm a little off kilter doing things differently.
Yeah, that's because I moved you over.
Yeah, she made me move. She made me move.
Yes.
So I'm knocking things over. But I actually want to bring up the conversation that I was having with Hathery that helped to, kind of figure out what we were going to talk about and where we were going to take it. So give me just a moment. I'm usually so more or less prepared. Anyway, wait, did I say that? Yes, I said that right.
And we've been having fun. So, yeah, kind of distracted you before this show.
Well, if you were over on TikTok and you saw us go live together on my personal, then you saw after I was given the gift of the cowboy hat and I tried to yeehaw and I can't yeehaw to save my southern ass. So
It's adorable.
it was a lot of fun. All right. So here's what Hathery says. Let's get to the nitty-gritty. So here's what I was thinking about with the safety topic, because that was kind of what she brought up. It sounds like maybe more people were responsive to talking about actual physical safety in terms of choices or decisions they've made in response to more overt abuse from a parent, partner, etc. What I had in mind was more along the lines of people who exist in a heightened state of fight or flight, as you heard in the song, due to either past trauma, their experience with neurodivergent, for example, negative reactions from others that have caused them to feel unsafe in authenticity, or simply an overactive central nervous system for reasons they can't quite identify. How existing in that feeling of never quite safe changes their approach to decisions, interactions, boundaries, etc. So really it's a lot of topics all wrapped up into one.
Which ultimately translates to, how do I make myself feel safe again?
Yeah.
Even when there's not safety around me. Because let's face it, life happens and life is not filled with sunshine, lollipops, and roses. That's a great song, by the way, from back in the day. So it's important for us to learn how to regulate ourselves to the point of achieving our own personal safety. I mean, that's really what inner peace is about, feeling safe. Well, why is it so hard to do? Because number one, our body chemistry changes under abuse. Our brain function changes under abuse. And so we first have to understand that we are more powerful than our body chemistry. Our emotional energy is our decision. So we have to take our power back, and we have to understand that we are safe inherently within ourselves, and allow ourselves to be open to convincing ourselves. And I'm saying it this way because it sounds like hokey woo-woo stuff, but the reality is you get to program, you get to install the software into this computer, your brain, which is keeping you in that high cortisol releasing chemical state in fight or flight.
So how do you remove all of that?
Poop. I got to see it live. Sorry.
She got to see me preparing for it and knew it was coming, so that she could actually make the build up even more for me.
It was brilliant.
Because she's like, oh, he's going for the cup. The cup is real, yes.
Yeah. So aside from whatever we're doing in this physical world in order to help ourselves achieve safety, whatever that looks like for us, in the meantime, and we're still having to deal with it on a one-on-one basis, we can start rewiring our brain and telling ourselves, I am sovereign, I am safe, and I am more powerful than my body chemistry, and acknowledge that when it arises in your body, thank you, I am safe. Thank you for alerting me that this is a familiar pattern. I am safe. What do I need to do in this moment? And allow yourself to tune into yourself with breathing and whatever. There's a million grounding exercises. Do whatever you got to do, okay? You just do what works for you. And allow yourself to feel safe in your own body first.
Yeah.
It helps you clear your mind, and it helps you have more cognitive function in order to make realistic decisions in that moment that are productive and applicable to that specific circumstance.
Right.
Okay. But it starts with you realizing that you are more powerful than your body chemistry, and you can rewire your own brain with affirmations. Can I give them a resource of like, because I know affirmations are hard for people.
Absolutely.
Okay, look up Louise Hay if you do not know who that is. She is one of the pioneers on affirmations and how to use them appropriately, and how all of that can help you change your brain chemistry and rewire your brain to heal and allow those parts of your brain that have shrunk because of the abuse to rebalance it, reduce your amygdala, all the little details that happen in this part of your body.
Yeah.
Okay, because this is where most of the I'm not safe stuff is happening. And I'm not saying it's in your head. I'm saying your brain is changed by your trauma. It's a thing, and it's real, and it's okay. You can rewire your brain. You can revitalize those parts of your brain that had to shrink.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's with the gratitude, the self-love, productive action towards yourself personally and your own growth and evolution. But I do want to, I mean, all that stuff is great, and we'll reiterate that later. I want to get into what does it look like to not feel safe? And
Right.
what does that entail?
And there was something that was kind of cliffhanging in my head from something that you said a little bit ago about all of the faulty wiring that occurs through everything that you go through, and the body, it gets stuck. So you've heard me say time and again that you can change your mind like that. Body got to catch up. And that's one of the reasons why people have triggers the way that they do, and they don't know how to get through them and move beyond them, and why you don't feel safe, because your body is programmed to get the fuck out and run from those experiences. Your mind can literally be saying, stay grounded. I'm okay. I'm fine. I'm going to be okay in this situation. Meanwhile, your body's like, gotta get out. And it's freaking out. You know the feeling if you've experienced this before. I feel it all the time.
So that could look like either an anxiety attack or a panic attack, and that looks different for different people. So I implore you to Google, talk to whoever, ChatGPT, I don't care, get details on what you can do for yourself, techniques that are out there, whether it's a grounding technique, whether it's ice cubes in points like here or here. There's so many different things that individuals can try for themselves to get their body into a less lessened state of fight or flight. It takes time and repetition.
Yeah.
Life's going to happen. It'll give you plenty of opportunity to practice. Don't worry about it. It gets easier and easier and easier. And safety it's not like a light switch. You can't just be like, oh, flick, I'm safe now. No, it's a practice, just like us regulating our nervous system and processing our triggers. It's a practice that gets easier over time.
Yeah. And permission.
Yeah.
Permission to feel safe.
Mm-hmm.
But it's hard to. Here's where we start getting to the difficult stuff.
Yeah.
Because when you have been through a lot of trauma, abuse, maybe it was physical abuse, maybe it was emotional or mental abuse, But when you've been through that, it doesn't take long.
Mm-hmm.
Then you start to have to give yourself permission to feel safe around people and start to trust people. And it would be nice, Michael, it would be nice just to be able to switch it off. But it's a conscious, many times, it's a conscious decision to, okay, I'm going to extend a little bit of trust, a little bit of faith in this situation. But here's the thing, and this is what makes people feel unsafe and safe nowhere, because looks like, smells like, feels like.
Yeah.
If it looks like something that you experienced, bye. If it feels like something you experienced, bye.
Yeah.
And good Lord, if they wear the same cologne.
Ain't that the truth?
Or perfume, but you get the point. Or if even a dish for dinner can set off that fight or oh no,
Mm-hmm.
oh, that's scent. I know that scent. Gotta go, and you're out.
Yeah, let's talk about what makes us feel unsafe, because I think that is important for individuals to try to identify, because sometimes we don't even recognize it, because let's face it, toxic behavior has been normalized forever. So that was an exaggeratory statement for thousands of years. Let's just go there.
I'm sorry. I had to tune back in because of Michael's comment. If it walks and quacks like a duck, it's a mallard. So sorry, squirrel. Or is it duck?
It's
anyway,
all good. It's definitely duck this time. What the heck was I saying? I forgot now.
Lord, this is what happens when we're in the same room. This is why we don't get together that often. Miles have nothing to do with it.
We're talking about what makes us feel unsafe. Definitely not this studio. Definitely not this space.
Oh, no.
This is very safe and loving space. So yay us for creating this beautiful safe space for you guys. But what makes us feel unsafe, toxic behavior has been normalized. So we have to talk about things like the ways, what coercive control looks like, what perniciously destabilizing you sounds like. And that means slowly over time, they dig at you, they question your integrity, they make little comments that are not loving, or they poke fun at your expense, and it's not funny. It's meant to tear you down. All of these, they deflect, they do the Darvo, they deflect, they gaslight, they manipulate. So all of these things makes us feel so unsafe. If we're not emotionally safe, we don't feel safe at all in any way, shape, or form. No. That lack of emotional safety is what causes your amygdala to explode and your hippocampus to shrink, because you have over-functioning survival happening. Yeah. Okay? So I feel like we have so many examples between the two of us of what unhealthy shit looks like.
But Hattery wants to know what Darvo is.
Oh God. Deflect. No accountability. Wait, I'm going to get it wrong because I hate acronyms for my neurospicy brain sucks at acronyms.
She never used them for tests.
It's when it's the response that somebody who's got narcissistic tendencies uses to deflect blame, to not hold any accountability for themselves, who push it back onto you, all those things that they do. Look up Darvo, the acronym, in regards to narcissism, and I'll give you, because I can't remember. And
anybody in the Twitch chat right now, it does not mean what Rock and Cherry just wrote.
I have no idea.
Distract, attack, react, Van Halen overture. It does not mean that.
That's funny, though.
It is funny.
It's funny. Yes. So
distract, avoid, react.
And something.
Okay.
Anyway,
Anyway,
you'll look it up.
This is what Google's for, ladies and gentlemen.
Right.
Okay, if you want to know what Darvo means, you can Google it. Okay.
Yeah.
right? A lot of squirrels tonight, a lot of squirrels. But you know what? This is a defense mechanism that a lot of people have when it comes to talking about feeling safe, because laughter helps you to feel safe.
Yeah.
Danger with that, though. Because like she was saying before, the squirrels was that sometimes people will say cruel things that are funny to get you to laugh because it goes in.
Mm-hmm. I had somebody,
and it makes it receivable.
I had somebody, the way they got me to do things for them consistently and they joked about it was when I did something that they asked for. They were like, chocolate. And I'm like, excuse me? Like, are you saying you're trying to train me and you're rewarding me for doing something? Like, what the
Who are you?
that shit?
What are you, Pavlov?
I'm like, no, that's not funny. That's
No.
actually degrading and condescending and not okay.
No.
So, you know what I mean? Like, you got to pay attention to subtle things that seem okay because it's been normalized and through generations of communication that has been heavily leaning towards the very toxic and unhealthy stuff that is exactly why we don't feel safe anywhere for any reason.
Yeah. So let's share this from Michael. I don't know if it'll. Oh, good. It got it all. That didn't happen. And if it did, it wasn't that bad. And if it was, that's not a big deal. And if it is, that's not my fault. And if it was, I didn't mean it. And if I did, you deserved it.
That's it. It describes narcissism in a nutshell and abuse in a nutshell.
The narcissist prayer, he calls it.
That's exactly what it is. That's perfect. That's absolutely perfect. So pay attention to your body. Now, your body's not your enemy. Your body is just telling you what's happening, that your soul's trying to scream at you and tell you what's happening. And we don't want to dismiss our body. We just need to be able to calm it so that we can assess with a clear mind. Because once the cortisol gets released and this tenses up, this goes right out the window. The whole point is to relax your nervous system to the point where you can actually have some cognitive function to get you through what it is and discern what you need to discern.
Yeah. Now, a trick, because I know a lot of people in here, and if you have been watching me over on TikTok, I talk to a lot of people who come through my room in there about this specific technique that you can use if you are in a state of
And we've all been there.
We all have. And something that will help to reset the nervous system, there's a couple things. Diane actually showed me one, and it was the temple and behind the ear rub. But when you're doing that, you're pushing down along the back of the sides of the neck while you're rubbing. I tried to do it this way, and it was like walking and chewing gum at the same time. No, I couldn't do it. So I just used both hands. But another thing that you can actually try is what I call reverse breathing. And it's something that hypnotherapists actually use to get their clients into a calmer state so that the hypnosis can actually occur. And remember, all hypnosis is self-hypnosis. There's nothing magical about it. So it's literally taking a breath in through the mouth and holding it for a second or two, and then exhaling through the nose. And then doing it a couple more times. And you actually feel the difference inside because it confuses the mind because, wait, I'm supposed to in through the nose and out through the mouth. But no, you're actually doing it on purpose to help to calm and reset the nervous system. And then you flip it back. And it helps to, once you're in an anxiety, once you're in a state of flight or fright, you know what I mean.
It's all good. We get it.
She sells seashells down by the seashore. Anyway, but when you're in that state, it helps to calm so that it doesn't last as long. And Stephanie, she's over on YouTube. Welcome in. And she has actually tried this. And she said it's a game changer. It really is. And if you think about it, if you give yourself permission to it helps reset, calm. It'll even help you get to sleep at night if you suffer insomnia, because it gives you, it confuses. It's a pattern interrupt.
Yes. Yes, it's very useful. Try it out. In those moments especially, you know, and you can Google pressure points for yourself. Sometimes, you know, if you press between these two fingers, you can check mudras, you know, this one, if you're overthinking in a situation, this helps calm your thoughts. And I know it looks like I know what it looks like. Google it. It's a mudra for overthinking. So like there's plenty of little things that you can do in that moment for yourself. So please look that up. I think this particular breathing technique is probably the most useful. And I would start with the breath, because the breath is what always brings us back into center and what we need to actually assist our bodies with in order to get us into a lower heart rate. Okay, so right, you hear it a million times. Oh, slow your breathing, take a deep breath. Yeah, there's a reason for that. So start with the breath that Michka mentioned, and try other things if you want to incorporate them together or whatever, but always start with the breath. And if I can add another breathing exercise,
Please
since we're
do.
talking about breathing, but this one is for your neurological repair. It helps regenerate new cells. It releases all the happy chemicals in the brain, and promotes your neural network to exercise. So you'll exercise your neuroplasticity and help fire new brain cells.
I can literally see some of the viewers scooting up in their chairs, getting closer to it. They're like, oh.
So this one here, you need to repeat a few times in a row. And it does take conscious effort to do it, just like the calming breath work. Because it is unnatural. So on the inhale, you're going to contract the root and sacral chakra muscles, and that's all the lower muscles. So the muscles that you use for evacuation and the muscles that are used in the reproductive system. All of those muscles get contracted on the inhale when you're doing that slow inhale breathing. And you hold it for a second, and then you slowly release the muscle tension and relax those muscles on the exhale. So do that a few times in a row, and I promise you're going to feel the spinal fluid go from the base of your spine all the way up your back and into your brain, and you're going to start to feel tingling up here because you're releasing all the magical potion that our bodies produce naturally to help us heal.
And to help you guys from frantically trying to look up where she's talking about, think Kegels.
Yeah, those muscles.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. I'm choosing my words very carefully, okay?
We're not on TikTok. You can say whatever the fuck you need to. Tighten your ass on the inhale.
That will help you in repairing the brain. What also helps in repairing the brain is learning something new, and that you're interested in. Obviously, you know, we all have like these things that we're drawn to in life. I don't care if it's a damn rainbow unicorn. Okay, like research it seriously and learn something new. I don't care what you learn. Learning something new is incredible at helping you rewire and fire some brand new brain activity. Okay.
Yeah.
So we can heal this is why these are master classes. We can heal ourselves and help ourselves heal and help us heal from CPTSD and PTSD and the brain damage that's caused from abuse and trauma.
Yeah.
And so that's why this is like such a masterclass, is because we're giving you the juice on how to do it.
Oh yeah.
But you first got to learn how to identify what's unsafe. Trust your body.
Yeah. And a lot of people in the live chat are talking about ODD and that they suffer from that. I think that's obsessive defiance, if I'm remembering correctly. So since when you have one of those triggers, oppositional, okay, thank you. But when you have one of those triggers fly off, this is completely intuitive, guys. Ask yourself this question. How's this working for me? If you are in this spot where you're not going to be able to listen to anybody else because you had an ODD flare, put on a Post-it. Hang it somewhere that you can see it. How is this working for me? And if you feel not, then you're giving your subconscious an opportunity to start. That would be an affirmation, because you are forming the space within, not affirming that you are something that you don't feel like you should be yet. You are literally forming the space by asking a question. How's that working for me? So that the brain is like, wait, this is it?
Mm-hmm.
And it starts to work things out on the inside, so that wisdom that every human being on the face of the planet has, every single one of us, it's universal, has wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
And when you confuse the subconscious, it stops long enough so that wisdom can come up.
Mm-hmm. And also understand, I mean, that was brilliant, by the way, but please listen to him. He's teaching you how to rewire your brain. And it's helpful to understand your oppositional defiance disorder, and especially for neurospicy people, that ties directly into your rejection sensitive dysphoria, and is amplified is the word I'm looking for, with constant criticism, getting blamed for everything, can't do anything right. All of that stuff is at the very root. All that pain, all that trauma is at the root of the ODD. It's and with that, when you help yourself feel safer, you'll notice the ODD only comes out for who you don't respect and don't value and doesn't really hold any weight in your life, because they don't add value to your experience. They add criticism, they add abuse, they add things you don't want to experience that make you not feel safe. So pay attention, because I guarantee you that ODD doesn't exist when you feel safe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? It doesn't happen with everybody, because there's some people that I can't wait to help or do something for, you jump to because of how they make you feel. So consider that too when you're reflecting on the ODD. It's not that you're stuck in that, it's you're not safe.
Right. And Hatherry just dared me, without realizing that she did, to make this statement. You're right. You can't feel safe anywhere you go. I dare you.
Do you want to put that up there?
Rejection sensitive dysphoria. Best way to get to somebody who has this is to tell them that they can't do it. So you're right. You can't ever feel safe anywhere you go. Reframe. And you can do it to yourself. You can look in a mirror and say, you're right. Fine. I can't feel safe anywhere I go. And if you're bouncing back at yourself, I couldn't have timed that better. I just had an alert go off on my phone. I couldn't have timed that better.
It was perfect, wasn't it?
Yeah. And I just totally lost everything I was saying. That's okay. It happens. Seriously.
So the RSD, you have to convince yourself and give yourself permission to know that you are a sovereign being. You're a grown-ass adult. And there ain't nothing that nobody else can say to you that's going to disrupt who you are as a human being, and you get to choose who that is. So you have to empower yourself in these ways with your own permission, because if you keep telling yourself that you can't and you won't and this and that and the other, you're right. Like he said, you're right, because you believe what you tell yourself. In what ways are you speaking to yourself? This is why I'm referring you to Louise Hay, because she's one of the pioneers of how to self-love. So
Yeah.
I consider her basic training. I consider her like, whenever I'm struggling, I go back to basics. And, we all go through those cycles of struggle. So to help myself pull out of that cycle, I will go, Louise, help me. And go on YouTube. You know what I mean? Like, just, you have to give whatever works for you. The point is, you have to make this choice and decide that you are worthy of giving yourself permission to feel safe.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
I mean, my ex-husband was a 6'1" football player sized human being, and was constantly with the abuse never ended, and it just escalated continuously. And the physical intimidation was just, obviously it was a problem. I got to a point where I stepped up closer to him and I said, go ahead, right in front of the kids. I dare you. Do it. And he backed down. But before that, for years and years and years, I was petrified until I decided it's not realistic. He's convinced me of X, Y, and Z, but this isn't realistic, is it? Because the reality is it would look bad for him if he actually did. Right? A lot of them care more about what they look like. You have to discern what your situation is like. That was just that particular situation, okay? I'm not saying, that's going to work for everybody. Use your discernment.
Yeah. Because I know that there are some people watching right now who have experienced where if they were to say that to somebody, it would have happened.
Right. So please use your discernment. I mean, unfortunately, there are horror stories.
I stand corrected.
What?
Over on YouTube. One of the viewers who was telling that I thought this is what happens when I ask soon. Apparently I need to take a drink. Because I was shoveling some poop there. Anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah. Sometimes the best way to face a bully
is to face a bully.
I'm done.
Right. So this is why it's important for you to relax your nervous system in the moment, because they know full well that when your nervous system is not relaxed, and I point here because your cortisol is just wreaks havoc on your entire body. Okay. They know that it's easier to control you if you are completely destabilized and dysregulated. Okay, so you have to take control of yourself. No one has control over your body but you, and that's something that you need to give yourself permission to believe. Okay? Now, I'm not saying there's not dangerous situations out there physically, because absolutely there is. And I worked with a lot of abuse victims and survivors, and what I know, no one should ever experience. I mean, you open a door and you receive a fist to the face, you're kicked downstairs. It's not okay, because that's a different kind of not feeling safe, which is why I say, in conjunction with doing the steps you need to do in the physical world in order to get yourself to physical safety, you need to be doing the inner work, okay, to keep your level head. If you need to placate them, placate them. If you need to tell them whatever they need to hear, tell them I don't care. Keep yourself safe. But keep yourself safe with more cognitive function, with clearer thought, with more discernment, with less they control your emotions and more I'm in control of my body. And that takes time and practice. And I promise you, they give you plenty of practice, don't they?
Oh, yeah. Oh, and incidentally, anybody who knows me and you talk to me, hashtag Papa knows when you're in survival mode. I do. I can feel it.
I was going to say, us highly empathic and highly sensitive people can feel your anxiety.
Right. And, people sharing their stories, it doesn't matter if it's a safe audience or not, because it takes a huge amount of vulnerability. And that's not meaning that they're weak or afraid. It takes... There's so much shame, that's self-shame and self-blame that's put on, that's gaslit inside. I do this. I have to battle this myself of gaslighting. Oh, well, you should have done that. Well, aren't you glad you did it? And these are the thoughts that I have that I'm like, shut the fuck up.
We got to de-gaslight ourselves.
Yes, we got to cut off the propane.
That's a good one. I like that. But yes, yeah, there's so much lies that we tell ourselves because that's what we were told.
And it's also how we survived.
Yes. We got to stop triggering ourselves too, because that's not helping us. We're triggering ourselves by receiving and accepting the bullshit that's projected at us. So we have to first stop receiving all that projection. I myself experienced that this week, where it was projection at me. And I didn't receive it, and I'm not accepting it. And my response to it was one sentence with two bold statements in that one sentence. And that was it. And it was factual, and it was the information that the projection was based on. So I cannot tell you and stress to you how long it took me to get to that place to be able to do that, because these things are cyclical.
Yeah.
But it got easier and easier and easier. And this time around, I'm like, I'm watching a comedy show right now. This can't be really what's happening. Like, am I really watching this live in action?
Yeah.
It's more observatory and having my full faculties in place to be able to respond in a way that shuts the entire scenario down.
Mm-hmm.
Now, part of helping yourself feel safe is to not take anything personally. Okay? You have to understand people's limitations are their limitations, and it doesn't matter who they are.
Right. And if you need help with that, it's a great book. And no, I'm not going to hold up mine.
Yes.
It's the 4 Agreements.
This is.
And
it's a great book.
Last Friday in my Risers in Flight on TikTok, I actually talked about what Don Miguel was saying about not taking things personally. Not even your thoughts. Don't take your own thoughts personally.
Right.
Because they're programmed with the response that you've programmed them to have.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Speaking to yourself with love and kindness and compassion is where it begins, is where the safety begins. We have to feel safe with ourselves first. If we're our biggest bullies because the bullies taught us how to talk to ourselves, you're right, you're not going to feel safe.
No. No.
And labels, they're not the end all be all identifier of who you are as a person. What they are is pointing you in the direction of yourself that needs more love and attention and discernment so that you can decide what's healthy for you and what's not healthy. It's all indications to help guide you. Okay?
I'm going to open the floor up. If you have a direct question, go ahead and ask it in the chat. If you have a direct question, not ambiguous, go ahead and ask it. Because I know that there were some expectations and wonderment about where we were going to take Safe Nowhere. We're at the almost 45-minute mark for the show. And I want to make sure you asked one, which I don't know where it was. Can you retype it, Polyjammerous, so that I can? What does 3-day pay or quit mean? I have no clue.
It might be in the chat somewhere.
Okay, Hathery asks, how do you recognize when you're not feeling safe? And I'll get to Polyjammerous when she retypes
Your body tells
it.
you. Your body tells you. That's what your body will let you know, because your body's going to go in fight or flight, fawn or freeze mode. That's when the anxiety strikes.
Oh, okay. All right. We'll get to that in a sec. Something else. And if you want a direct example about how to know when you're not feeling safe, you ever stood in line for a roller coaster and you felt that anxiety build and build as you were getting closer and closer to the queue lines to go through and climb into the car? You felt that physiological change, the nerves, just a little bit. That.
Yeah.
But you did it anyway, if you did. But anything that made you nervous and you felt that physiological change, that's fight or flight.
Mm-hmm. Heart rate changes, palms sweaty,
Fight or flight.
dry mouth, like those are physiological symptoms of fight or flight. I mean, it looks different on everybody.
Yeah.
And Polyjammerous was asking about.
Were you implying that ODD is a learned behavior technique?
Okay, so especially for neurospices, it's like a defense mechanism. It's a protective mechanism that we have, because the person's not safe. They're they're torturing us in essence with emotional, psychological, mental, physical, whatever kind of abuse is happening, and everything that falls under those umbrellas. We're defiant because we have an overdeveloped, if you want to say it that way. I don't like that term. We have a beautiful sense of justice, injustice, right?
Yeah.
We are so not okay with injustice, and we know there's an injustice happening here, and we're not okay with justice because our brains are wired for, like, you know, righteousness and authenticity and truth. So we sense that internally. Our soul feels that. We sense that. And so that oppositional defiance disorder comes in because we're like, fuck no. Because the person isn't safe. It's for us to protect ourselves and to hang on to a shred of our own integrity, because that person is trying to shred us apart. You know what I'm saying? Now, unfortunately, because we get stuck in that fight or flight, freeze or fawn mode, and then we apply that same feeling to everything around us, sometimes it carries out and spills over into other areas where it doesn't apply, which is why you need to learn how to relax your nervous system so your brain could clearly discern if this is safe or not. Okay? And when you finally feel safe, you're going to see there's a difference because you don't have that oppositional defiance disorder.
Yeah.
You know, that it comes from being criticized all the time. Like the trauma that you're enduring is where that comes from. And that is the body and brain's way of protecting you. It's a symptom, is what it is, of trauma,
Yeah.
especially for neurospices.
Do you know that Sydney Banks believed that every human being on the planet came into their life with 100% mental wellness
Mm-hmm.
that just got dirty?
Fear and hate is learned. Trauma is what changes us from our at birth natural state of being, which is love, truth, authenticity, joy, pureness. Just babies are pure.
Yeah.
It's their first teachers, family, parents, whatever in their lives that come in that train them about who they are. And so knowing that as an adult, we get to decide, no, I get to say who I am and how I feel. I get to choose what I experience. And that's part of making you feel safe.
Yep.
All right, what are we highlighting?
All right, KM1461 from YouTube. I carry lots of shame and tend to drink more when going through heavy stuff. I don't want it to become an issue, but I cannot find something else that achieves the same effect. What do you recommend?
That breathing technique to help you create more brain cells and release the happy chemicals in your brain. There's some things, and I'm not a doctor or anything, and this is just what I've learned that I'm sharing. You can figure it out and do your research. There's adaptogenic mushroom drinks out there that assist. There is kava. Kava is a good replacement. There's like a kava. It's non-alcoholic, but kava itself has stuff in it that helps you achieve whatever physical stuff you're looking for. What I want you to do more than anything, aside from whatever physical stuff you have to do to try to replace the need to escape, because that's what alcohol is. It's a need to escape. And the escape is from the shame, because you're saying there's a lot of shame there. So that tells me you're not giving yourself compassion at all. You're completely void of compassion towards yourself. So we don't want to shame ourselves, and it's hard to stop when it's so deeply ingrained in you in so many different ways. And that's Louise Hay is great to help you unlearn all that and de-gaslight yourself from that and learn how to give yourself compassion. Say, no, wait, why do I feel shame? You don't know what you don't know until you learn something different. And when you're ready to choose to do something different, you will know, but you're never going to get there if you keep shaming yourself, because your shame is what's keeping you in that jail cell that you've created for yourself. Okay, so it's up to you to decide, let me look at myself with love and compassion. What if someone like me came to me for some advice and care and advocacy? How would I respond to someone else? Right? Do that for yourself. Give yourself that same intensity of compassion that you give to others so freely. And that's where it has to start. Because if you keep yourself in that shame, you're going to keep yourself in that hamster wheel. So, our job is to kick you off the hamster wheel. Okay.
And we do it in very different ways.
I know, and that's what makes it fun.
Me, I'll be like, get off. How's that working for you? Stop it.
He did that with the TikTok live today, because I've never done a live on TikTok. Live, baby. I might have done one.
She's never gone live on TikTok.
Nope.
And I was like, oh, let's go. Now. Hamster wheels, boom, boom, gone. No, training wheels, not hamster wheels. Anyway, same thing.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Exactly, Hathery.
Yes. Yeah.
Treat yourself how you hope everyone else will.
Yes.
Be kind to yourself and recognize that you don't know what you don't know.
Mhm.
And when you need to know, you'll know it.
Right.
And you know how to find it.
Mhm.
I challenge every viewer of this podcast, whether you are watching the replay or you are watching live, grab a piece of paper and pen right now and write down these words. Every day, in every way, I'm getting better and better. Tape it to your mirror in the bathroom. And every time you go in, you walk by it, read it. Every time you get up in the morning and you go into the bathroom for the first time, read it. Argue with yourself. It's okay. You will. I did.
Yeah.
It is one of the easiest affirmations to start feeling safe within your own skin, because how the hell can you feel safe anywhere if you don't feel safe inside? And no matter what trauma you've been through or are currently going through, if you do not feel safe inside, you will never feel safe out.
That.
Absolutely. I'm going to let her talk for a second, and I'll type that up for you.
What can I type it and set it as my speech? What am I reading?
Oh, no, Michael was asking if I could type it up every day.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, gotcha. So, in order to begin the journey of feeling safe, your homework is to do what he just said. And Louise Hay, I'm telling you, just hearing the words and the reason why those words actually matter, so that you have evidence of why it's important, because otherwise it sounds hokey and woo-woo, right? But it ain't. We're changing our brain chemistry, and we're relearning, we're de-gaslighting ourselves, and we're rewiring ourselves for self-love, self-compassion, and to help ourselves along our journey, you know? And with any, and just going to bring up addiction real quick, because we don't feel safe, a lot of times we resort to escaping that feeling. It helps numb, period. Right? I just want to point out that you can now safely, of course, and with medical assistance or group therapy or whatever is going to work to give you the assistance that you need without shame. Okay? Because that's you judging yourself, nobody else. I want you to also incorporate replacing that addiction with a healthy addiction. Switch vices, if you will, as you're weaning yourself from one to the other. Okay? Because it's a process depending on what the addiction cycle is. So there are resources, there is help, and there's plenty of safe spaces. And that actually can be incredibly crucial to you helping yourself feel safe going forward.
Right.
Okay, so, but it has to be in conjunction with, okay, well, let me replace it with something healthy. Yeah. Whatever that means, whatever that is for you. You know, for me, it could be painting sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like when I'm trying to escape, I'm just gonna, all right, let me do something creative and productive that has nothing to do with what I'm supposed to be doing because I'm escaping. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. And Heather brings up a good point, because Smule, which is where most of us met, between Smule and the Line app with the Rise Radio chat, we entered it to escape. We needed a way to be creative, to express ourselves, to feel our feelings through song. What better way? I'm going to play Safe Nowhere at the end of the game, just so that you can hear it again, because I think you need to. I like bookending after the conversation. It just gives a completely different feel to it.
Yeah.
But a lot of people sing to escape and express. Here's the thing. You can escape and express time and again. But just remember that if you have a go-to song when you are feeling a certain way, that is an addiction, because you are literally feeding that emotion with that song, because it brings the feeling that you are looking for. Do you want it to be a good feeling? Do you want it to be something that you're working through? Do you want it to bring up the pain? I did this the other day when I sang with Rosita, and I posted that over on TikTok and Facebook. But that song, those emotions were real. Am I actually feeling that way? No. But it brought up some very real emotions from other things. And somebody is stiffening their neck really badly because I can feel you. Stop holding that tension. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Move your neck around. Here we go. But wow, when we don't have Marie in the room,
Yes, it's much different.
her little fur baby, to get attention. we just keep going.
I know, really.
But
oh my goodness! But this is, I mean, this topic is kind of the root of all the negative emotions that, you know, or that flood us when we're in fight or flight or freeze or fawn. So we have to make ourselves feel safe.
Oh, and Restream is saying, "Hold on, we're we're trying to activate the chat." Let me take this down real quick. All right. But one thing that I want people who are experiencing real-time feeling unsafe in your situation, please go over to the playlist that I have set up here on my YT. I'm not on TikTok. I can say YouTube. So if you're watching from YouTube, even if you're not, go over to my YouTube and check out the Omega Empowerment playlist, especially the later shows. I think there's about 10 to 12 shows total that Carrie and I did a couple years ago. And there are some resources there to help you plan safe exits and what you can do after. There is even one of them has a website that is untraceable. It erases the ISP once you close the browser, so people can't go back unless they're real hackers. You know, anything can be hacked, but regular minded people like me and probably Diane, good God, Diane. Anyway, she's like, can you show me? Yes. But seriously, check those out so that you can get to a safe life beyond what we said.
Yeah.
Because if you're in an unsafe situation, the worst thing you can do is to stay there.
Yeah.
And if you're out of that, the worst thing you can do is to stay there.
Right.
So remember that you can be safe anywhere. Mostly.
Yes.
Before anybody challenges that statement, please don't. You know what I mean. Don't ever generalize. I know my people.
Yes.
I know my people.
Yes, you do.
Especially Michael. I'm teasing. Oh, am I?
Oh, gosh.
Anyway.
Michael, I think that neurospicy is the regular. I think it's the neurotypical that's not. That's just my opinion. There's no factual basis on that.
I never said I wasn't neurospicy. Actually, I call myself neurospicy because I'm not going to go and pay somebody else to put me in a box. Try and put me in a box. I don't fold well.
Well, I hope you guys got some good homework out of this and you feel like you have some hope in feeling safe. And there are so many resources out there, and there's so much assistance in so many ways, including the two of us.
Absolutely. I'm just doing one more quick scroll back to see if there was anything that somebody asked that we
did we miss anything? Because you know me with the glasses, and I'm getting all up close and everything. I still can't read that fast. Listen.
All right, so I think that we covered pretty much all the questions. We're going to do a shameless plug real quick. While we're doing that, if you have a suggestion for next week's topic, don't forget it's Thanksgiving next week. A lot to be grateful for. Maybe we'll just do a show on gratitude.
Oh, I think gratitude is the right thing to do.
Yeah, maybe we'll do it.
Yes.
I know. I think we did it last year too, but
I think it's good to do though, because listen, gratitude has to be a must in your daily practice, and there's science to back that up. So we can talk about that.
There's Papa to back you up on that.
That's right.
Let me just tell you one thing. Since I started practicing gratitude in my life every day, I have never felt this way in my life.
Yes.
So that's what we'll talk about next week.
Yes.
All right.
Okay, we got it.
So, but for now, we need talk. Oh my God. I wish I had uploaded it because I created something for her today.
You did?
Remember? Did the Healing Rose theme song.
That is, yeah. Oh,
yeah.
Yes. I host a Sunday circle in a if you're in Columbus, Ohio, please come see me at Reliable on High on Sunday mornings at 10:30. Honestly, I would love to meet you. And anyway, I do have a theme song for my Sunday circle because we operate in the greatest degree of love. So,
which has now been brindleized.
No. Which has now been brindleized to this amazing, like theatrical, cinematic version of it, which is amazing. So maybe next time.
Maybe next time. I'll try and make sure it's uploaded. But do check her website out. It's beautifully done, beautifully put together. She is an amazing, amazing soul, and you'll find her on TikTok soon. I'm gonna see to it.
I am so grateful for you, Mike.
And if you're looking for me, you can find me on Brindlewolf, Untriggered. Actually, it's untriggered.net. Made it really easy. So if you want to know how I'm going to work with you, what we can accomplish together, and my schedule of pricing, it's all there, all listed out. Make sure you check and schedule soon, because 26 is coming, and so are the price hikes to go along with that.
Get it while it's hot, kids.
Yeah, get it while it's hot
Listen.
and while you can, because
worth every penny.
Yep. And if you haven't already checked it out, check out my book, Untriggered, The Phoenix Path to Owning Your Own Fire. You won't regret it. Yeah. I am really proud of it, and I know the impact that it can and has made. All right.
You're worth it. You are worth the healing journey. You are worth the individual and unique attention and guidance. You're worth it. That's just it. You're worth it.
Yeah, completely. So don't forget, Friday at 11 a.m.
Yes.
Illuminate with Lunaria. And if you're following on Rise Awakenings let me put that up there real quick, because that's the easiest way to find all of us.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So this will be down in the links as well. In the description below, but get out your phone, scan that QR code, become a part of the group over on Facebook, so that you can be in the know of when the shows are, have the direct links to everything everywhere, which I can actually throw up, I believe. You want to find Carrie? You can find her here. That's right where. Okay.
and in December, you'll find all three of us on a new show that's coming.
December 4th at 11 a.m. on Thursday.
Yes.
Called The Core.
Yes, you're going to love it. Yay.
The core, what did I call it? Oh, I can't remember the acronym right now.
Yeah, I can't remember either.
Collective Oracle Reading Evolution.
That's it. That was it.
And the plan for that show is we're each going to be drawing a singular card and having a conversation about the topic that comes up.
Yeah.
From one card each.
Yes. So 3 different.
Never been done anywhere else that I know of.
Nope.
So it's
something brand new, totally new. 3 different healers, 3 different decks, and we're each pulling a card, and it's going to tie into the same healing topic.
somehow,
because that's how
Some way.
spirit works.
I'm going to flip my lid if we all draw from the same deck and pull the same card. I'm just going to flip my lid right then and there. Done.
Like I expect that to be the jackpot, and for things, the money just to start falling. That's what I expect. That looks like a jackpot.
All sevens. All sevens. Watch the first show be all sevens.
Oh my God, how fun would that be?
That would be so cool. And also December 6th, Saturday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time is going to be the premiere of Riff with Tiff.
Yes.
And I can't wait for that. So be on the lookout. We got so much coming here on Rise Awakenings
Yes.
and Phoenix Talks as well. So
Yes. I'm shooting to get myself on the calendar for my own podcast sometime in December, January,
somewhere around there.
something like that.
Somewhere around there.
Yeah. So we're packing up the schedule, and we're going to keep you all busy.
Yeah. Especially this guy. Have an amazing night. We love you.
We
Love
love you.
yourselves.
Yes.
And feel safe out there, okay?
Yeah.
I tiptoe through the quiet night. Every shadow's got teeth, they bite. My mind's a siren, a red hot flare. Safe nowhere, safe nowhere. It's not the fist, it's not the shout, it's the echo that won't burn out. Fight or flight, it's the only way. Wired to run or to make them pay. The world's a jungle, my heart's the prey. Fight or flight every single day. Eyes like cameras, always scan, mapping exits, escape plan. A stranger's smile, a hidden snare. Safe nowhere, safe nowhere. It's not the touch, it's not the scream, it's the weight of every dream. Fight or flight, it's the only way. Wired to run or to make them pay. The world's a jungle, my heart's the prey. Fight or flight every single day. Fight or flight, it's the only way. Wired to run or to make them pay. The world's a jungle, my heart's the prey. Fight or flight every single day.